What's happening, everybody? My name is Nick Martinez. Super excited for you to be here. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about a subject that I believe is foundational and integral to building this business. It's one of those things where if you master the skill of approaching, if you master the skill of inviting people to learn more about ketones, to learn more about Prove It, about our community, it's something that you'll never run out of people to talk to. And a lot of the questions that I've been getting recently have been around, hey, how do I reach out? I've talked to these 3 friends, but I don't know what to say to the rest of the people that I know. So our goal today is really just to give you some language, give you some ideas about how to, and then hopefully expand your mind to realize that your phone is way more powerful than you think. You might think there's only 3 people that you know that might need ketones, but guess what? There's probably 100 or even 200 people in here that could utilize this technology, that could use our community. So I have some amazing ladies that are going to be on with us today to just share with you a little bit of their knowledge. And these 3 have truly utilized every bit of this themselves, and they've seen it absolutely work and build the business through this process. So the first one we have is Jody. Jody Scheibe, what's happening? How you doing?
What's going on, Nick? How you doing? Happy to be here.
I'm fantastic. Jody, tell us a bit about how you train a new promoter or a promoter in general, just how to reach out, how to approach somebody that maybe they haven't talked to in a while, or maybe they haven't talked to you yet about ketones.
Yeah, awesome. This is one of my favorite topics of attracting because I can relate a lot to it. When I came into this business, I didn't have a lot of social media. I was on one platform with like 100 friends. So it wasn't something I utilized a lot. So I built my whole business on starting to reach out to people. So I love this. So one of my favorite things to teach people is to kind of go through their phones, right? Go through your contact list. And I always say, look, if you're stranded on a big boat in the ocean with everyone you knew, like who would you throw the life vest to first if the boat was sinking? Not to be morbid or anything, but like, who are you going to throw it to first, right? You're probably going to reach out to the people that you know really well, like your best friend or your sister or your brother. That's what I did. And you may use the phone, right, for some of those people. But for a lot of people, I mean, let's face it, we text a lot. We use Facebook Messenger a lot. Some of you are maybe using Instagram DMs. I didn't even know what Instagram or a DM was when I started this business. So I utilize text and Facebook Messenger a lot. And the question that I like to use is just simply piquing curiosity, right? Because that's what attracting is about. So finding someone on my messenger list, and maybe it's someone you just saw on your Facebook feed, or maybe it's someone you just saw a month ago at your kid's school or something, right? So use some context in there. Like, just don't make it weird. Just be yourself. I always give people that advice. Don't make it weird, right? You're just trying to pique curiosity. Look, obviously you found something amazing. You love it, or you wouldn't be doing this. And so it's a blessing to share it with other people. So kind of go into it with that mindset of, hey, I'm just going to pique some curiosity. So I like to reach out to people and just say, hey, Susie, random question. By the way, it was great to run into you last week at the store, but I have a random question. Have you ever tried drinking ketones before? And I just kind of leave it there. And then I go, here's a pro tip if you guys want to write this down. Somebody told me in the beginning, if you reach out to 2 people a day, that's the pace of your business. If you reach out to 5 people a day, that's the pace of your business. If you reach out to 20 people a day, that's the pace of your business. So what I would recommend doing is maybe going to another person and asking the same question. Hey, Billy, long time no talk. Super random question, but have you ever tried drinking ketones before? And again, just let it hang. Now, if you really want to move your business forward with reaching out that way, set a timer, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. 10 minutes is what I recommend. When I started this business, I was working another job. I had 3 kids, 3 school pickups. You can absolutely do these reach outs and make them really effective by this method. I call it compressing timeframes. So if you set a timer for 10 minutes and all you do in those 10 minutes is do the reach outs, meaning if Susie hits you back right away and answers your question, don't answer her back yet. Don't answer her back. Like, literally spend those 5 or 10 minutes asking a question to the next person in your messenger, or asking a question to the next person in your context. And don't be attached to how soon or if they answer you back. Just commit those 5 or 10 minutes you set to move your business forward, right? This is a business, so we're going to treat it like a business here as we get started. So commit that time to sending those texts out. So maybe you've got that 10 minutes. Maybe in those 10 minutes you were able to reach, I don't know, send 20 messages, probably more. It doesn't take that long to send that simple sentence like, "Hey Jill, just curious, have you ever tried drinking ketones before?" Now, typically what people come back and answer, and say you set 10 minutes aside, the next time you have in your day to time block for your business, that's when you're going to go back and answer. That's kind of what I kind of teach people. So when they come back, usually, typically, these are the 2 answers we get. "I have no idea what you're talking about," or, "Oh, is that hard keto diet? I tried that. It was too hard for me." That's typically kind of what people get. And so then we just kind of move to step 2. And remember, we use tools. It's our connect step. We have that campfire video. You don't have to be the expert. So if someone says, "I have no idea what you're talking about," just tell them how you're feeling. Like, "Oh my gosh, I found something amazing. I've been drinking it for a few weeks. I no longer need naps in the afternoon. I have so much more energy. You got to check out this video. It's really short. Hit me back when you watch it. I'd love your opinion." Send the video. So I keep it really, really simple. When I came into the business, I needed it simple. I really hadn't done anything like this. I didn't have social media. But again, if you reach out to 5 people a day and ask them that question, "Have you tried drinking ketones?" Or "Are you drinking ketones yet?" I mean,
Awesome.
you can't, don't mess up good for perfect. Just get their curiosity going. It's starting the conversation.
Perfect. Pique curiosity, reach out, and then boom, you're excited and you're sending them the video, which we use the campfire video generally. You can send that via challenge.com, your website, or via any of the Prove It websites. Don, I know you're on here as well. Share with us a little bit and maybe expand more on who can you send these messages to and what's some language that you like using?
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can. What's happening?
Okay, awesome. What's up, everybody? So, so ideally, the key to, obviously, like Jody said, the key to this business is conversations. The person who has the most conversations wins. And I just want to pre-frame your mindset that your friends and family are practice. So just remember that your friends and family are not going to help you make a ton of money with this business. This is really your practice time. This is your on-the-job training. This is for you to get familiar with our systems, familiar with our resources, familiar with how the flow of how sharing the conversation works. So if your sister's cousin doesn't do it, it's okay. So I want to just encourage you that some will, some won't. So what? Who cares? If a couple yes or no's are going to determine your longevity in this business, you want to think about that. So, but I do encourage starting with a list of resources, right? If you're launching a business and people need to know what you have your hands on, people need to know, if this was a restaurant and you were opening a restaurant and you had $0 for marketing, how would you get people in the door? You would tell people, "Hey, I just opened a restaurant, come try my food." This is the same thing. You've got a product in your hands that you want to share with people. You are now sharing the conversation either as a business or maybe just getting your ketones for free. And we need to talk to people and invite them to try it. So some of you are writing down a couple names of people that you're thinking of. And that's a good start, right? Trying to thinking of the first handful of people that you love and that you care about, that you want to share this conversation with, is a really great place to start. But I guarantee you, if you're over the age of 30 and you're listening to the sound of my voice, well over 2,000 people. A lot of people. You've been living your life for a long time. Okay. And I know that many of you probably are like, "Yeah, but I haven't talked to them in so long." Who cares? Okay. So I would start with a list of resources, write some names down, take some actual time to go through your phone and go through your Facebook page and write some names down. For me personally, I find that a minimum of 50 names is ideal, but get started where you're comfortable. I will tell you, the more names that you have on this list of resources, the more money you're going to make, the more impact you're going to have. If you really want to launch your business and you want to have some fantastic results in your first 90 days, write a list of 200. But don't allow those numbers to freak you out, because some is better than none. And you can build that list as you build your confidence and as you get a little more familiar with how the process rolls. So once you've got your list of resources together, now it's time to take some action and start talking to some people. So what I do with our team is I have them craft a little bit of their story. What have been just some simple results that you've noticed from the product? Maybe you've got better mood, more energy, and you've lost 7 pounds in the last 5 days, 10 days, whatever. Maybe you've lost, 3 pounds in the last 5 days and your energy's off the charts, whatever those results are. And then this is the languaging. When you reach out to them, especially if this is somebody that you have a conversation with on a regular basis, don't be weird. I want you to go into this with the energy of practice, and some will, some won't. Because I find a lot of the time the energy that we go into the conversations with is what provokes the awkwardness or the objection. So just go in knowing that this is practice for you, and you're probably going to screw it up, and it's okay to screw it up. Okay. But when you reach out to them, if it's your sister, if it's your mom, it's your aunt, it's, hey mom, quick question for you. Do you know anything about ketones or ketosis? Wait for her to reply. And then you're going to transition. Well, I've been drinking this stuff for the last 5 days. I'm really loving the way that I feel. I've got more energy. I've lost a few pounds. I'm sleeping better already. And I'm really excited about what it is doing for me, as well as what I'm seeing it do for other people. And I'm considering going all in with this as a side project. But before I do, I want to test it with some people that I know will give me some honest feedback, so I really know what I have my hands on. If I sent you over some information, would you take a look? It might not be anything you're personally interested in, but you might know somebody that could really benefit from this product. And then when they say yes, because they always do, as long as you're not weird and you don't try to recreate what I just gave you, they'll say, yeah, sure, I'm interested. Send me over some info. And when you do, you say, great, I have a short video that explains it way better than I can. If I send it to you, would you watch it? Yes. Okay, awesome. Here's the video. Message me back once you're done. It's about 4 minutes long. And that's it. That's all you do. And then from there, they're probably going to have some questions. That would be a great opportunity to either introduce them to some additional resources or say, and I quote, that's a great question. I don't know the answer. I'd like to connect you to my friend Jody so that way we can learn the answer together, because I don't want to give you any of the wrong information. It's a perfect transition. It is okay. You're 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, 30 days into the business. You're not supposed to know everything. Don't posture up like you do if you don't. It's okay to learn as you go. So that's just a little hack and tip on how to reach out. And anybody can be on that list. Don't be afraid. And if you haven't talked to them in a long, long time, honor them first and build a rapport and catch up with them and find out how their life has been going before you try to sell them or pitch them on some product. That's it. That's all I got.
I love it. Powerful stuff. I mean, the reality is we all are walking around with these. And if you just go to your contacts and scroll through the contacts, you have a lot of people in your phone that you probably haven't talked to in a long time. And if you think about it, their life will probably be better if they have ketones for fuel, right? Their brain will feel better. Their body will feel better. They'll probably shed a few pounds. They'll sleep better at night. Their spouse will be happier. So what we get to do on a daily basis is have conversations and introduce people to this. So the biggest hang up that most people have reaching out using the language that Don and Jody just mentioned is your fear of what they're going to say back, right? So I give you permission to detach from that outcome. The goal, your number one goal, is to be the introducer of ketones, not the seller of ketones. You want to introduce people to this information. If you do that, you've done its job. And now you're sorting and sifting and looking for the people that are looking for you. If you're so focused on what are they going to say back, are they going to say yes or not, then you're attaching you're making your success in this business whether or not they say yes or no. Your success is How many people did you start a conversation with? Did you introduce to this? So thank you so much, Dawn. The words that they're sharing, like they're magical words. If I, would you, write that down. If I, ... would you? And hey, have you ever tried drinking ketones before? Like those are some powerful statements. Just remember those and start using them. If I sent you a video, would you check it out? You're getting their buy-in. Hey, if I invited you to the call that we're having tonight, would you want to hop on it? I think you'd love it. Okay, so the next and really kind of another foundational skill is how do you respond to somebody that's maybe commented on a Facebook post or commented on a story? Because a lot of what we do is social media. You put up a post, people are like, what is it? What's that drink? How do I get some of those? And so I've invited Ashley Riddle to be on with us today, and she's just going to share with you a little bit more about kind of how she dialogues back and forth and how she gets them the information once they have commented. So what's up, Ashley? How's it going?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to share. Something I wanted to just say real fast about how you were talking about reaching out. And this morning I was talking about that exact topic. And anytime that I get scared about reaching out, I just reflect on my own story and how much it's helped me and how different my life would be had someone not posted about ketones or sent that message. So that's just a tiny little tip that helps me, and I hope it helps you guys. But how I reach out to or respond when people respond to my posts is first we'll go and warm up our feed and then do a curiosity peaking post. And then I'll say, hey, I'll private message you. And then I build rapport, of course, for a couple minutes. And then I just say, I'm going to go over my little script. I just say, basically, it's a once or twice a day drink, and it puts you in ketosis within 59 minutes. It eliminates the need for doing a strict keto diet and provides you with the following benefits. It gives you better sleep, focus, mental clarity, fat loss, energy, better mood, muscle recovery, and a business opportunity for those looking for extra income. I would love for you to check out the 3-minute video at the following link, and after you watch it, pop back in this chat and I can answer any questions you have or give you options for trying it if you're interested. That's my initial reach out.
So what you would send that to somebody who just commented, hey, what is this? Like, so they're commenting on your post, and that's kind of what you're sending them. Okay.
Yeah. In a private message. I never posted on the wall.
So you're not putting your
I've
link.
seen that.
Yeah, that is super good advice. Don't just comment all the information or comment your link. Say, hey, I'll private message you, and then that's kind of the message that you'll send. Awesome. So then when they reply, what do you say after that, or how does the dialogue continue?
Then I just, after they watch the video and then they pop back in the chat, I'll say, oh, awesome. You know, do you have any questions, or would you like to see options for trying it? And usually if they have questions, then I'll connect them to a resource or to a person, whatever that may be. And then if they say, well, no, I don't have any questions, but I'd like to see options for trying it, then I'll send them over some options like 1 through 3 that include a trial pack, the $1 Keto Club, and the 10-day challenge. And then I always end everything with a question. So in order to keep the conversation flowing, and I just say at the end of that, which option sounds best to you? I don't put my link in there.
Awesome. That's super. Which option sounds best to you? People love options. And whether you're offering them a 5 or a 10 serving trial pack, or the 10-day Drink Ketones challenge, or a starter pack, those are all options. So that's fantastic. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's really simple. And I think one of the keys to all of this is, as far as our ACE system goes, attract, connect, experience, enroll, is that connect piece, right? This is setting you up to connect them to a tool or a resource, whether it's a guest call, whether it's a video, or it's somebody for a third-party chat, a 3-way chat, or a 3-way phone call. So fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Ashley, Dawn, and Jody. Appreciate you guys for sharing all this information. My challenge to you right now, if you're watching this, is who can you reach out to today using this information? And can you get up a Facebook post and then start responding to those people in a way that Ashley just shared with you? Is it going to be 3? Is it going to be 5? Is it going to be 10? If you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, you're like, oh, I don't know who to talk to. Use what Don said and just start going through your phone. I guarantee you, you know people. I bet you have a lot more friends than you think on Facebook also. And if you start scrolling through those, who of your Facebook friends have you not talked to in a while that may need ketones, right? Utilize these tips, start to get the conversations going, and watch as more and more people start to be excited about trying this and join you in your community. So with that, have an awesome day, guys. Thanks for being on. Appreciate all of you. We'll talk to you soon.